Business mogul and Africa's richest man, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, yesterday gave a pregnant verdict on efforts by successive governments to transform the nation's economy, saying that Nigeria's economy is not working. This is as even as he said Nigeria's economic diversification program has been largely sluggish and elusive, warning that the risks are huge if Nigeria fails to fast-track the diversification of her economy. Dangote spoke Wednesday at the ongoing roundtable parley with the CBN governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, with the theme Going for Growth 2.0. The business mogul said, "My heart bled when I read that Nigerian custom collected 1.35 trillion naira import duties last year. It means the economy isn't working. If the economy is working, the customs shouldn't collect that much money. It is the Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS) that should." The president of the Dangote Group, who expressed concern over the impact of the current drop of international oil prices, said the time to diversify is now, as Nigeria is already running late. He identified agriculture and manufacturing sectors as the hub round which the nation's economic diversification should be hinged to achieve the goal of sustainable national development. Dangote clarified, saying we can diversify the economy through agriculture and manufacturing. Manufacturing creates a lot of jobs, creates middle class and transforms families. These are the areas we need to focus on. But how do you diversify into manufacturing and make it an inclusive growth? You need to do more of backward integration or import substitution. Our economy is great because we have a local market. The economy of Asia is focused on exports, but we have a domestic market with our about 200 million population apart from the ECOWAS market. Our import last year was almost $47 billion. It is not sustainable. We cannot have 200 million people growing at an average of 2.7% and we are importing most of the things we consume, the industrialist said. According to him, we need to be more serious so we do not keep talking about diversification. It has been very elusive. I don't know why. It is possible, but people are not focusing on he said, noting that Nigeria has significant advantages in manufacturing. The Africa's richest man advised that talks during the roundtable should generate workable solutions to the nation's industrial challenges. Dangote also lamented that the poor facilities leading to the seaport remained economic drain as it continued to impacting cost of doing businesses, adding that the government should look into the cost of holding business in view of the implications for investment and the nation's GDP. He said government lost so much money last year in the traffic logjams of Apapa. Our three companies lost 30 billion naira in profits, which also means government will collect less tax from us. So we need to look at infrastructure. We need to look at power sector. Without power sector, we wouldn't have any form of growth. That is what we propel MSMEs to grow and be everywhere and spur manufacturing, he said. It is not impossible to diversify. We need low interest rates. We have achieved to some extent we need long-term funds and we need CBN support to access forests for the import of machineries, he noted. He used the opportunity to speak on some of his investments that would have significant impact on Nigeria's forests. He said because of his investments in cement production, Nigeria by this year will be the highest exporter of cement in Africa. He said we are building 10 rice factories which by this year we will produce 1 million tons of rice, he said. On petroleum, he said once his petrochemical plants start producing this year, Nigeria will be largest exporter of petroleum products in Africa. He also said for the first time, Nigeria will be the largest exporter of fertilizers in sub-Saharan Africa, linking the feat to backward integration policy of his group. So guys, we've heard from Dangote. Even without being told, we know what is happening, because you know when the country is uh prospering, you will know from individual, from people on the street, because all these numbers they usually quote, oh, this and this, we are growing at this percentage, we are doing this, our GDP is this, our GDP is that. At the end of the day, people ask the questions, then why are we not seeing, why is it that the ordinary man is not feeling this whole thing? Ordinary man is not feeling this whole thing. This idea of a diversification, they've been on this thing since 2015. Up till now, we don't even know what we are doing. Okay, if we talk about agriculture, see what is happening with herdsmen, with farmers. Farmers are crying day in, day out. They are crying all over the place. We know how many people that have lost millions of naira. Some who have a rice farm, they have lost it to this herdsmen and nothing is being done. People are losing money. Those who have gone to invest in farming, we know what is happening with this issue of herdsmen going into the farm and eating them up, and they are hearing all of these things. And at the end of the day, they will tell you the close border. Some farmers are smiling. Where? I don't just understand. What is the percentage of those people that they are giving us the statistics that, oh, they are smiling as a result of the border closure? Go and check the percentage, because in reality, we are not seeing all of those things. Farmers are crying day in, day out. I know about a lot of rice farms that have lost everything. Some of them even borrowed money from banks to invest in this rice of a thing. They will tell you, oh, everybody should go into farming. The people cannot go into farming now because of this esme. How do you want to diversify in this same agriculture that you are talking about? How do you want to diversify when the esme will not even allow you to rest? And what is the government doing about it? And they want the economy to grow. It's not growing anyway. Just like I said, initially everybody was concentrating on, oh, the economy, everything is not just going on the way it ought to go. But now nobody's even talking about that one, because it's only when you're alive you can talk of whether you have eaten or you have not eaten. But now everybody's craving and everybody's just looking for how their lives will be secure. That is what is important. Even if they drink water, but let their lives be secure. That is what we are talking about now. So everything is on standstill. Even it's not new what Dangote is telling us. It's not new, because in reality we can't even feel anything. Oh, the ease of doing business. Oh, that they sang the rhetorics and what have you. Up till now, how many investors have come into this country? With the way things are going, with the way even the Aso Rock, when people are not even sure of who is even the head, who is even in charge. This one that they are even fighting themselves in Aso Rock of a power supremacy. So which investor will be coming? Let alone the issue of insecurity that we are talking about. You know, everything is just we don't even know which is the pattern we are following. This pattern we are following. This is the direction we are following. It's just unfortunate. So what Dangote has said is not really new to people, because once they start quoting all their figures, bringing us these statistics that are not even doable, that are not even realistic, you just be wondering that is it not this country that we are in? The only thing they will tell you, they make some people will come and tell you, oh, I make one man the richest man in whatever. How many people have you been able to lift out of poverty? The government promised that by this year they are going to lift 100 people out of poverty. With this one that we are talking about, this one that Dangote is even still complaining, he has lost a lot of money. He's talking about diversification, and we don't even know where we are going to. They want to lift 100 people out of poverty. At the end of the day, the economic team that they formed, the advisory economic team that they formed, we don't know the advice they are giving to them, because in reality we are not seeing anything. Go and check this treasury bill from 10%, 11%. It has dropped to 3 to 5%. Money market, the same thing. Everything has gone down. So what are we talking about? It's very, very unfortunate. And someone says, but the federal government has been backing and accepting responsibility of massive amounts of money you borrowed abroad. Part of the reasons being that money businesses were destroyed to make sure you retain the monopoly. It's now clear to you that only you can never strengthen the economy, the Nigerian economy. We need competition and participation of everyone from everywhere. That is what somebody is saying. Yeah, and another person says here that you never see anything yet. Dangote, I know hardly talk, which means there is fire on the mountain. Buhari is not an economist, but a Fulani Islamist. His agenda. Somebody is saying another thing here. Of course, you know the direction of where this person is going to. So I don't want to go through that as we are talking of economy here. Somebody's. Oh my goodness. Someone said, brainless Fulanis, please leave us alone. Maybe Buhari and other Fulanis have looted all the dollars at CBN without much left for you. You are now crying because you are a product of monopoly. You don't understand what competition is. Just like Ghana not working under super incompetent president Nana Addo. We need a solid economist that can turn Nigeria around, not these politicians that can turn things around. Buhari is not an economist. His own mission is to... Oh my God. Oh my goodness. He said his own mission is to kill, to destroy, and dominate other people by the Fulani kingdom. These are economic growth indicators. He didn't say that economy is not working under Buhari. Okay, Dangote, Dangote, how many times did I call you? Be careful. Learn from Emir Sanusi before you are banished from Nigeria. Oh my God. Someone say it's not his fault. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning what Dangote has said. Leave your comment below and let's have